Manisha Panchhkam is a walk the talk of Shankaracharya when he replied in 5 verses to Lord Shiva, who came in the form of Chandal and asked Shankara a few questions. The story is that Shankaracharya, along with his disciples, was moving towards Vishwanath temple through the narrow lane of Kasi. The lane or street was so narrow that hardly two persons can cross without touching each other. From the other side of the lane, one chandal, that is meat seller, was coming along with his dogs and raw meats. Chandal was constantly moving towards Sankara, who thought that by coming in contact with this outcast meat seller and his animals, he would become dirty and would not be able to visit Vishwanath's temple. So he asked Chandal to go away. Gach gach. In reply, Chandal asked him a few questions. Chandal asked to Shankaracharya, अन्नमयात् अन्नमयम् अथवा चैतन्यमेव चैतन्यात् द्विजवर दूरी कर्तुम वांछसि किम ब्रूहि गच्छ गच्छेति. O great among the Brahmins, what is that you want to move away by saying go go? Do you want the body made up of food to move away from another body made up of food? Or do you want consciousness to move away from consciousness? King Gangam Muni Bimbite Ambarmani Chandal Matipaya Pure Santaram Asti कांचन घटी मृतकुंभ योर बांबरे प्रत्यक वस्तुनि निस्तरंग सहजानंद बोधाम बुधो विप्रोयम स्वपचोयम अयम इति अपि महान कोयम विभेद भ्रम. Is there any difference between the reflection of sun in water of Ganga and the reflection of sun in the quarters of outcasts, or between the space in a gold pot or a mud pot? What is this illusion of difference in form? This is a Brahman and that is an outcast. In the indwelling self, which is the ripple-free ocean of bliss and pure consciousness. After hearing the question of Chandal, Shankara knew that he is not a simple outcast, but Lord Shiva has come to preach him that despite impurities of body, Atman is always pure. Shankara replied in 5 verses, which is known as Manisha Panchhkam. Out of the 5 verses of Shankara, 4 are based on 4 Mahavakyas taken from 4 Vedas, and 5th is the conclusion of all 4 previous verses. 4 Mahavakyas are Prajnanam Brahma or consciousness is Brahman, taken from Rig Veda, Aitri Upanishad. Second is Aham Brahmasmi or I am Brahman, taken from Yajur Veda, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Third is Tattvamasi or you are that Brahman, taken from Sam Veda, Chandogya Upanishad. And the fourth is I am Atma Brahma, on this or this self is Brahman, taken from Atharva Veda, Mandukya Upanishad. Shankara said, Jagrat Swapna Susuptusu Sputitara Ya Sambit Ujjambate Ya Brahmadi Pilkan Tanusu Prota Jagat Sakshini Sevaham Nasadis Vasti Viti Drid Pragya Piyasyasti Ched Chandalo Vastu Sato Dujostu Guru Ittesa Manisha Mama. In waking dream and deep sleep, consciousness shines in all beings from Brahmaji to an end as all-pervading witness. I am that witness and not an object. If one has this knowledge, be an outcast or Brahman, he is my Guru. Thus is my conviction. This verse is based on Mahavakya Pragyanam Brahma, written in Aitariya Upanishad Rig Veda, meaning that the consciousness present in every living being from Creator Brahma to the small ant, as a witness of all three states of waking, dream, and deep sleep. Whosoever gets established in this knowledge, no matter being a Brahman or an outcast, he is the spiritual teacher. ब्रह्मैवाहं जगत् सकलं चिन्मात्र विस्तारितं सर्वं चैतद विद्या त्रिगुण्या शेषमया कल्पितम् इत्थं यस्य दृढामति सुखतरे नित्ये परे निर्मले चाण्डालो अस्तु सतुदुजो अस्तु गुरु इत्येषा मनीषा मम. I am Brahman. This entire world is projection of consciousness. Due to ignorance, all this has been projected by me. One whose mind is established in this eternal absolute truth, be an outcast or a Brahman, he is my Guru. Thus is my conviction. This second verse is based on Mahavakya Ham Brahmasmi, written in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Veda, meaning that I am Brahman, and this whole verse is a projection as waves in my consciousness. The plurality being seen in this verse is not real. These are only waves on my consciousness, formed in the ignorance of three gunas, that is Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, which neither increases nor decreases my infinite existence. I am the very one, non-dual existence, consciousness, bliss, who are firmly established in this knowledge, be an outcast or a Brahman, he is the spiritual master. शाश्वत नश्वर में विश्वम अखिलम निश्चित वाचा गुरुर नित्यम ब्रह्म निरंतरम विमसता निर्व्याज शांतात्मना भूतम भाविष दुष्कृतम प्रदहता सनिमिन्मये पादके प्रारब्धाय समर्पितम स्वपुर केसा मनीषा. The world is constantly decaying. Knowing this with the Guru's teaching, one can contemplate on Brahman with a silent mind. Burning past and future karmas in the fire of knowledge, one's own body is surrendered. This is my conviction. This third versa is based on Mahavakya Tattvamasi, thou art that, written in Chandogya Upanishad, Samveda. Taking knowledge from the spiritual master that you are the eternal Brahman consciousness who is continuously witnessing the constantly decaying world, who is continuously contemplating on this knowledge with pure and peaceful mind, burning away his past and future karmas in the fire of knowledge and surrendered his body to the prana of the karma. No matter being an outcast or a Brahman, he is the spiritual master. यातिर यं नर देवता भिड़हम इत्यंत स्फुटा गृह्यते यद्भाषा हृदयाक्ष देह विषया भांति स्वतः चेतना ताम भाष्ये विहितार्क मंडल निभाम स्मृतिं सदा भावयन् योगी निर्मित मानसो हि गुरु केसा. Animals, people, and gods experience consciousness as I. And due to its light, mind, body, and objects appear even though they are insentient. Yet it is hidden like the sun covered by clouds. Meditating on consciousness, a yogi whose mind is content is my guru. Thus is my conviction. This fourth verse is based on Mahavakya Am Atma. This self is Brahma, written in Mandukya Upanishad Atharvaveda. Three states, that is waking, dreaming, and deep sleep of all living beings, that is animal, people, and gods, are witnessed by the self, I, that is consciousness, and in whose light mind, eye, body, and external objects get visible. But the self remains hidden like the sun covered by the clouds. contemplating on this own self. When a yogi becomes enlightened, he is the spiritual master. Yat sokham buddhi les ime sakradeo nirvita yat chitte nitram prasant kalane labdha murirvita yasmin nitya sukham budho galit dhir brahmevana brahmavid yah kaschit surendra vandit pado nunam manisam. When just a drop of ocean of happiness, God like Indra must be content, but with a silent mind, sage is content. Whose mind is immersed in that ocean of happiness, he is Brahman, not merely Lord of Brahman. He is worshipped even by Indra. This indeed is my conviction. In this verse, Shankara concluded and summarized what he said in the previous four verses, that Brahman in the name of consciousness, in Pragyan Brahma, in the name of you in Tattvamasi, in the name of self, in Am Atma Brahma, in the name of I, in Aham Brahmasmi, it is one and the same. And even a drop of that bliss of Brahman satisfies the King of Gods. In that ocean of bliss, yogis remain immersed with silent mind. Whosoever be it an outcast or a Brahman has established himself in that eternal ocean of happiness is not only Lord of the Brahman but Brahman himself, and is worshipped even by the King of Gods. This conviction was shown by Shankaracharya. He explained that knowledge is the main criteria of classification among the people and not the caste. It is that he preached, so he practiced.